8 to 12 hours in the liquid, put them into a colander, let them drip over a garbage can, let that liquid drain off. Put them into a container with paper towels at the bottom to absorb the extra liquid out. Put them in the fridge for a day. They're going to firm up and fish very, very well. Those eggs then are either ready to fish or you can put them in the freezer. When I put eggs in the freezer, I'll take them out of that container, put them in a gallon Ziploc bag, roll the air out of it, okay? So you're going to simply roll the air out, seal the bag, put them in the freezer. I'm going to let that sit in the freezer till it's rock hard. So I give it at least a good week to ensure that my eggs are going to be rock hard. I'm not going to have to worry about them crushing because what I want to do now is vacuum seal these. I'm looking at putting eggs up in the freezer that I'm going to leave for several months, 6 months, maybe to a year. Long-term storage of more than a couple months. In a gallon Ziploc bag in the freezer like this with little to no air in them, they're going to last for several months, no problem. If you're talking long-term storage, multiple months, half a year or longer, I'm going to roll those up. I'm going to make or get a pre-made food saver or vacuum seal type bag. I'm going to take this bag of frozen eggs right out of the freezer into the bag, and I'm going to pull the vacuum down on this, okay? Now there is no air on these eggs, and they're not going to crush because they're frozen solid. So now I can store these for even a year or longer. They're not going to get freezer burned. There's no air to them. Air is the enemy. They're sealed up. They're held tight. They're going to work very well. The key thing here is when you pull these eggs out of the freezer, because you're going to fish them in a couple days, you want to give them time to thaw out. So it's not a quick thaw. You need to think a couple days ahead and be ready. So you want to pull these out of the freezer, cut the bag to make sure you release the vacuum, pull the eggs out of your vacuum bag, unroll it, open your Ziploc, and make sure it's not going to fall over and all the juice isn't going to drain out when it falls over. But set it somewhere, usually in a container in the bag, let them sit at room temperature for a couple days or a day and completely thaw out, and then or put them in the refrigerator so they thaw out slowly. You don't want to lose all that juice that's actually in there along with the eggs. You got to make sure you take them out of the vacuum, get the vacuum off of them before you just allow them to lay on the counter and thaw, because as they thaw, they expand. And if they're under vacuum in your sealed bag, as they thaw, they're going to crush. And when you eventually open this bag, you're going to end up with a bag of juice, and you're going to be pissed off at me because you're going to say I lied because I told you to freeze them and vacuum pack them. Well, it works fantastic, but you have to do reverse order when you take them out to prep them for fishing. So give yourself a couple days, cut the vacuum, open them up, let them thaw. You're going to have eggs that are going to be durable when you fish them. You're going to have eggs that have tremendous amount of scent and color, and they're going to put out a good scent trail. You're going to get multiple casts out of them. Humpy eggs do work very well, and or mature Chinook and coho eggs as we get later in season. If you're curing those up, say even for springers next season, got to be thinking ahead. So just some tricks that I've found over the years I use on soft eggs, this type of cure process, albeit a little involved with powder and liquid cure, but it makes a fantastic egg that works really well.